I don't know where it's at in the Bible, but those people that want to escape up out of here, it's the people that want to, they want to get caught up in the rapture. I mean, yeah, they're getting caught up in the rapture, all right. They're getting caught up in it, the talk of it. And so the people that are trying to escape, you know, those people in the Bible, as it just dawned on me, they're those rapture hunters, the ones that they're hunting other people who don't believe what they believe about being caught up in a rapture. So they're rapture hunters. They're hunters. They're hunting everybody else to condemn you. Like, that's what they do. So, I mean, it's only fitting that the ones that are trying to escape are the ones that are trying to get raptured and leave the world, because they want to escape the world. This world is staying, well, I'm sorry. This earth abides forever. Forever. This earth is not the problem. We are the problem. So when you want to skate up out of here of this earth, you know, you got it coming to you. You guys got it coming to you. And I know some people are, you know, they're paid to be that way and say those things. And, you know, set dates and, you know, things of that nature. Say, I mean, look, I would not listen to any of those people that set dates. They're false prophets. I mean, I don't like them. I wouldn't listen to any of them. So anyway, they're really the ones that are scared. And that's why when this wrath comes, the elite know. Okay. They just know. They're like, I mean, they are saying they're our bigger brother, right? They are saying that. Bigger brother is always watching us, right? Well, if I was a little brother, like to a younger brother who just kept going astray and just wouldn't listen, I'm going to find a way to teach my little brother something, because I still love him, even though he's a little pain in the ass. And we don't believe the same things, you know? So you just kind of find something to teach him a lesson with. And that's why I'm understanding this lesson here, and it's a good one. It is. I mean, the end result is, well, you put down your gadgets for at least 3 days. I think it's going to be a couple weeks of a major change, but at least it gets people to start to put everything down and then start to communicate with each other, and then kind of get like back to the way things are meant to be from the gate, from the beginning. Everybody socializes and gets along. So people are just distracted with everything, the gadgets and everything, technology. But the rapture skaters, let's call them skaters, because they're trying to skate up out of here. So you got the skaters. They're looking for that. They're looking for that door, that entry door up in that ark. They're like looking to open that door, and God to like reach down and just pick them up and pluck them up, because they can't handle being on earth. I mean, look, to an extent, I'm going to say, at times, I don't blame people for feeling that way, whether it's financial issues or health issues or whatever the case may be. But here's the thing. All that is going to stop. The financial issues, they're going to stop. The health issues, they're going to stop. Because the one thing that Trump did good, and I didn't even notice, right? And it's a good look. I understand, okay? They changed that rule, and I found out from my friend, you know, a real live friend. I found out that Trump changed that law for unemployment to only go for 6 months instead of a year. You get it for 6 months, but then he shuts it off. It's exhausted, right? And you can't file for another 6 months. So in essence, Trump is saying this. Look, people, I'm going to give you half a year's worth, but you're not going to be able to file till next year. So what are you going to do? You either go get another job, right? Or you cut down and you average that out for an entire year to where you can file again. So it's like Trump is getting you to think, and then also getting people to not be lazy anymore. So he's already putting that in play. But you know, there's that fear acting, and they don't break characters, and they're gonna follow through what they have to follow through with because they need to. So I actually, when you know about that, it's a good idea, you know. And then cutting down on food stamps and getting people, he's getting people to get up and want to work and do something. But the thing is also, and to try to get you to be a little more healthier. But the thing is, the work situation is going to go away. And then there's less stress. There's less spending time with your family and people because you got to work every day, or you got to go to school every day, or people got to go to school, people got to go work, and you just can't be with your family. So that's what's going to change. And the ones that are the elite aren't getting punished. They're the ones punishing you. And I'm telling you, I understand why. And it's a good thing, because do you believe people are really dying? Like in real life, yeah. But the way that the fear porn is, do you really think that? So if you do, then I don't know, I guess maybe you'll have some kind of fear in your heart, or you'll judge them and say it's messed up or whatever. But who do you believe? Just because you hear something, do you believe it? Or is it easier to believe something that's like a lie or something that's negative? I know it is. A lot of people, they can believe something that's negative just like that. You tell them something positive, nah, I don't know. Compliments, nah. Negative, you're what? You're just like that. That thought travels into people's brains, and it just seeps through. And then they can dwell on that. And then that really does screw up your life. It messes with your brain when you remember those things and you dwell on them and you think of whatever's negative. So that's why this whole movement of the Wooders that are prevailing exceedingly, those Wooders they're changing people's, because it's going to be over the entire earth. It's going to be over the entire earth, those Wooders. That's why Noah's going to stay in the ark. You know, it's time for them to learn their lesson. So whoever's in on it and knows, you know, you're in the good, right? You got to repent for lying, but God's fine with that. He is. I know. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. It's terrible to say that, but because God is forgiving and he knows that Satan has it's his job to do that, you know. It's his job to deceive people. He loves doing it. And it's Christ's job to tell people the truth because he loves doing that. But it's like Christ and Satan both know the the plan and the outcome. And, you know, Satan's on the inside, and Christ's on the outside. And because that's why the Bible says that those that do things in secret and in the dark, they say, who can see us? Well, Christ can see you. He knows what you guys are doing in the dark. So he's the one that brings the light to it and exposes it. So Christ carries the light. He carries the light because of everywhere he walks. He just exposes what's going on there. It's like, you know, it's like this. All right. This is Satan's side, right? And then when Christ starts walking by, right? It's like this. And then the cockroaches are all like, pshong, because it's light that goes into the room. And they scatter. So they both know the plan, and it's a freaking magnificent plan. It just is. And it's amazing to know what the plan is too, and it really is the way it's going to be. And so then going back to the ones that, well, see, this is how you find out and test the spirits. There are people that believe in a rapture, like I did 7 years ago. But like I said, I wasn't one of those people that pointed the finger and condemned them for not believing in the rapture, right? Not believing in burning in hell for an eternity, you know. Just looking more into the spiritual realm of the Bible and just common sense in real life in general. I mean, you kind of use common sense. So I never sat there and pointed the finger at people, and at the same time I got pissed off at them for not believing me. I just felt bad because I thought they would be left in hell. Well, like on earth, and earth would be hell for the next 5 months because everything is shut down. So I went through the mourning of all my family members because of that, right? So do you think I was like excited to get taken up? Well, it was one or the other. You feel like you are, something special is getting ready to happen that you can't explain, but you just believe. But at the same time, there's a mourning process where you feel good on this hand, but on this hand, it's you feel for your family members because you know some of them aren't saved. You just know that. So for the people that really want to get up out of here and fly away, and just basically called it, you might as well call it a rapture freaking Calgon. You guys are looking, you skaters are looking for Calgon. It's in Calvary, you know. Take me away, Calgon, will you? So when you guys condemn people and you want to float up out of here like that, and you feel great about it, how can you? If you're up there and your family's down here and you're excited that you're up there and you're like, oh well, told you, then it just means that there's something screwed up with you. Yeah, it's like it's called selfishness. That's what it's called. So for you guys, those people out there, you guys are the ones that are trying to escape. You guys are the ones in the same category of the people with the same family members. You guys are the same. It's like you have cousins, you have distant cousins, you have brothers, you have sisters, and the rapture people that want to escape, they have I don't know, it's almost like a complex or something. It's if you don't agree with that doctrine, there's a condemnation, there's a major judgment that's being pushed. And so that's why God is, his entire plan is, you guys are rejecting him in that sense. You're rejecting him because you're saying you know him and love him, but you don't love thy neighbor. So you're a hypocrite. Just like Harold Campbell said, you're a big fat hypocrite. So, yes, the rapture believers in that sense that are judgmental, you guys are hypocrites, and you guys, Christians, so-called Christians, are going to go through it. And but we're going to be right there on the other side for you, you know, after the earth is dried, because the waters are going to be abated. And just give it 10 days, you know, the earth will be dried. And so it's like a 10-day tribulation period that you guys are really going to go through, because, I mean, shit just ain't going to be the same at all. And especially if they see, like, people that float up in the air and they actually believe it, man. Can you imagine those people? The ones that actually believe even the images that they see in the sky, or what's being said on the news that people have disappeared up out of here, and you guys believe that. Well, that's tough, because, well, you guys are being deceived. And it's Satan's job, is to deceive you. And he does a very good job at it. You know, he really does. But there's people that are going to believe these holographic images too. And they're going to believe this. If you're believing the news stories now, you're going to believe in the images also. You're going to believe whatever they're telling you. And so wherever it is in the Bible that those that try to escape, they can't. And then there's also those that are, look, I know the elite know this, and I know they have people in the bunkers that, well, it's to test them, to see if they're scared, you know, to see if they're scared or not. So don't you think that there's a bigger punishment for that? It's like, you guys got to work after this is over. Like, you guys still are, you're going to be fine. It's not going to be like it was these days anymore, but you're still going to be like, you're going to be servants, and you're going to enjoy doing it because, you know, it's back to like the barter system anyway. You're going to want to eat, right? Look, everything's shutting down. So that's where when God gives you no other option but what's in front of you, and then something better comes along after everything's shut down, you have absolutely nothing, then that's when God starts seeping into your heart, because you have absolutely nothing. And then when something better comes along, like, hey, look, you can hold the door, all right, at the International Beach Resort for those 30 days, all right? Look, we'll give you one drink a night, okay? You're limited, all right? You don't ever have to work again, like, as hard labor like that, but, yeah, you have to just hold the doors, and you have to serve people and feed them, and others, like I said, have to clean the toilet. So you still got to, you know, life goes on where you still take care of yourself, but it's just you're gonna be punished a little bit, but it's gonna be better than it was. So when there's no options in front of you anymore, and then that option happens, and then you can eat, like you can feed, and then and you can take care of your family. Well, yeah, you're going to want to do that, you know. And then others who knew better, well, hey, you know, I'm not going to, like, say, I'm sorry, you know. I knew better, so I get much rewards for this. I get a bunch of gifts from God. And it's like a lifelong rest. You know, I get the rest for the rest of my life. And I get the rest the way the elite get the rest, I get the rest. But it's like there's a whole new feeling of vibe and atmosphere. And to me, it's a feeling of like Satan and Christ coming together, right? For the first time in history, that it's known among the spirits. And then you see, it's like, you know, they're not that bad, you know. Christ is pretty cool, you know. Satan really think, he thought he was like stuck up, thought he was better than everybody. Satan was a little pissed off at Christ because he just thought that, but he realized that ain't the case either. And then Christ was like, kind of, he still loved Satan, but he didn't really understand what he was doing all the time. Like why you would want to do it. I mean, like in human form, you don't always know that, but the Spirit of Christ himself, of course, God knows everything. It's just when it comes to like, the flesh is, it's not like omnipotent and omniscient. And it can't be everywhere either. So it just doesn't always know. So it's like there's two forces coming together that has never been before on earth. And it's literal. It's literal. So the people that float up out of here, you can't see what's truly going on. What's truly going on, that's why it's so cliche, but the truth shall set you free. So the people that don't believe and the people that have given me a hard time, I love you guys, and even people in my own family, right? Even people in my own family. I can't wait for this to happen because they're going to start listening. I know people on YouTube are listening more and more, and even the elite. But see, it's different. It's like different in your own hometown. They don't quite accept prophets, that prophesy the truth. They don't, it's like your own neighborhood family. They don't truly, get you what you're up to there. But on the other side here, they kind of get it more. Like, I understand more of what's going on through this little device also. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting if that's the case. So, yeah. Everything's working hand in hand. And those that try to escape, it's funny because it's like the escape, the word for escape is rapture, They want to get up out of here and get raptured up out of here. They want to escape this earth and the world for the way the world is. But because you can't see the deception, and you can't even see the truth, like that's what's a shame for those people. But they can't even see the truth, and they don't even know what the deception is when you turn on your television set. Well, that's why they're kind of screwed, And that's why when they look to escape up out of here, they get captured. It's the captivity, because those people, aren't they going to be also Lord, haven't, what? Yeah. Yep. That's the rapture believers, the ones that are ignorant, willingly, actually, ignorant of those things that our forefathers, had said, and the prophets, the elders, and sometimes you're just putting remembrance of what was said and done back then. So I'm all for it. I'm all for the punishment of the skaters. Okay, the skaters who are looking for Calgon. Okay,